plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack.
Chose a terrible time to cut off that episode and restart it right in the middle of her sentence. It's really polished, but not nearly as in depth as New Vegas. So far, what I'm thinking and feeling about this game as far as depth is concerned is it has depth. They've tried to not do the reduction that Bethesda is so bad about, but they have tried to streamline it. So I think the depth is like there, but there's a lot of stuff that's kind of automatically being done for you. Like you go into the tech to get into the medicine, and then your skill tree is handled within every 20 points of getting into that tree. But I also notice a lot of Knights of the Old Republic in this game. Seriously, the way the perks work. Perks are feats from Knights of the Old Republic. The way that the looting work, the way that the armor system works. There's the way that you bring in companions on the ship, and they all have a quest line at the end of it. There's a lot of Knights of the Old Republic in this game. And I know they didn't make the first one, but they made the second one. I played that one too, and they didn't do a bad job on that. It's been active ever since the board. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. I don't have a nav key, but can I still take the job?
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
Take a sublight isn't strictly a salvage operation. Definitely do Epic exclusive deal when they aren't confident in their game and they want a guaranteed paycheck. You think that Gearbox felt that way about Borderlands, Kish? Really, every mix of RPGs and FPS tends to be flare bright and spin out. Also gives the illusion of open world being linear in reality and having too few locations. It's definitely linear, but it's all about the dialogue. Like, so much was put into the dialogue and the writing. And the combat is polished, and it's there. But again, I'm early, but I'm not doing very much of it at all. I'm certainly not exploring, but you didn't explore that much in Knights of the Old Republic either.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself.
Gearbox cares about money.
Time to expand our interests
fast
into
money.
Other sectors where I can let my hair down.
I don't know. Competition is good. Epic Game Store can continue to expand. That's the number one thing and the most specific and like grounded argument I hear against the Epic Game Store is security. Definitely from the beginning. It having a lot of security issues, and that will hurt it in the long run. These days, the scrap business are... Thank God we seem to be getting past that point that we were at like just a year ago, where everybody was getting their own launcher, though. Microsoft's got a game launcher, Bethesda had a game launcher, Epic did a game launcher. Every game had to have its own separate launcher. These days, the scrap business all runs by itself. Give me time to expand our interests into other sectors where I can let my hair down. What kind of other sectors?
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
Well, Gearbox is like 30 years old now, Kish. They've been around for a long time. Used to do Half-Life ports, they did the Halo port to PC. Then they did Brothers in Arms, etc., etc. Yeah, you got me. I thought Outer Worlds looked good overall. Did you play it though, Necro? I mean, I don't know. It's what I'm saying. It's the question I want an answer to. Is I wonder why this game, with all the like, there was a lot of expectations. It sounded like they were met. Like Obsidian's back. They're kicking Bethesda's ass after all the screwing up they've done, all the unethical business stuff, and Hail to the Chief, baby. And then nobody said anything, and so it's hard to say this is like the rise of a franchise. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it's a doo-doo. I probably should be playing this game. You're a company of bureaucratic... Sounds complicated. I'm just gonna wink nod.
Good girl. Knew you'd understand.
The outer limits. That's right, we're controlling the horizontal, we are controlling the vertical, and we are in charge. Thanks for being a freak show. I didn't. Was busy preparing for Borderlands 3. Yeah, I mean, I'm not interrogating you. Makes sense. Is this your kind of game? And what is a Gundam again? So is Naughty Dog, and they almost trashed their legacy. I don't know much about that leak, Kish. I know that's was a big story, probably still is, but I know like nothing about that. How The Last of Us leaked and why that was a big deal and shit. Oh, it's 3/5 of a yeet. And what is a yeet? And how much is that in V-Bucks and Microsoft points? Tell me. Tell me. How organized is this business?
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets.
You're one of those
Grades
people?
in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one.
Love being here because of you. Hey man, I love being here with you guys. Thanks for being here, Freak Show. That storm is coming down though. It's supposed to be moving fast though. I bet it'll blow right through after this. Once you read it, there's no going back. Well, I've never played The Last of Us. My buddy Adam tells me, oh. Oh, we're coming back. We lost internet there. The YouTube people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Because we record these while we're streaming. The last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one.
Ask. I have nothing to hide.
Apparently not, but I just guess I'm not all that interested,
see.
Lilia.
Make sure you aren't followed.
Back with dinner. Good. Have a good dinner, Karilla. Thanks for that raid again. You need to play it, man. Great game. Yeah, I hear amazing things. I don't have a PlayStation, though. I've never owned a PlayStation. No YouTube for you. Oh, it's there. There was just no stream. Rip the stream. That was a big skip. Hope you didn't lose power. Looks like the internet wanted to be lost, but like I said, this is blowing through really fast, so.
BNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how
Oh. There it goes again. It's struggling. It's struggling, man. The wind's only blowing 40 miles an hour out there. I wish I could bring the camera and show you guys how bad the storm is, which is why the leak hurts. I forgot it's exclusive. Yeah. Hey, I don't need to talk to her, damn it. I have to do her mission for her. Okay, so I need to pass for that, and I need to go talk to fucking Edna. Where's Edna at? Let me talk to Edna, and then I need to do this mission. I keep running back to her, but she's not who we need to talk to. Tasty chicken and broccoli pasta bake? Hot damn, that sounds great. You get that from Domino's, or you make that yourself? Sounds fire. Yeah, share with us. There we go, engineering. Maybe Edna's in engineering. Shove it through your monitor. Should be fine. There she is.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time.
I barked up that tree on him coming to Sony. Ain't gonna happen. How's your PC build going, Necro? I know that you talked about... You've got that graphics card. That was dope. I know you're talking about building a PC and that you've got some connections at Gearbox. I'm excited to see this story, man. I want to see your mission take it to completion. Gonna be a great success story. We'll be able to say we knew Necro when. You want me to send a message? If so, we'd best do it now while we still got time. What if we run out of time? You headed somewhere? So we do for Groundbreakers relay messages.
Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown.
Just give me the mission, Edna.
We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5. No.
New gen.
Wait. I've lost track of my weeks.
Stouffer.
Maybe
Stouffer's
it was
is the shit.
36 or sometime dire soon.
Yes, you sound like an evangelical. It's like one of the last frozen meals that's legit. Kind of looks like what it is on the box. The Xbox can barely get 30 FPS. Yeah. If only that were true, that PS5 looks like it's struggling. Supply shortages. Less powerful than the X, they're saying. Really high price point. Which is too bad because the PS4 seemed like it was a great system. There's a lot of bullshit out there right now, though. So much has changed since the pandemic hit. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's the latest one, right? That damn stim check. You still haven't got your stim check? God dang. You got direct deposit? 36. Anyway, why are you going to lose comm capability?
Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That'll put the whole system in a right dire situation.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went
Bravati
offline some
cares.
months ago.
Bravati
We
has
can't spare
got
people for routine
to get
maintenance.
brownie points with potential girlfriends and senpai. Epic music begins. Sounds like it's got time for the auxiliary station back online. Can't the board handle the message? No, let's not let the board handle the messages. Of course not. We've got to work for the rebels.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to
Yeah,
approve the
look
budget
for
a
it. Go to
diagnostic
the IRS
expedition.
offices.
But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
I saw you posted on Twitter, Necro, that you've already paid your taxes. Did you fill in the non-filer status form, though? Just go get my payment. Look at you. No. Damn it, freak. What are you talking about? The first one, though. I don't know of a second one. Did you get a second one, Karilla? You better not tell anybody. Allocating the personal loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei, or the chief. Yeah, I still kind of want to save that team with McRed, but that seems like a gone. That option closed off to it. Seems to not to have backup relay before now. What's in it for me if I investigate your relay problem? I could check out the relay. No need for official sign-off in that case. Yeah, sure.
I should say no.
This is the second
but
one? Yeah.
Why not?
I know the house passed
Maybe
it,
you
but
can
I don't
figure
think it's
out
going
why
to go
it's
anywhere.
offline. I'll send you with
I was getting status unknown on the
Hopefully you'll
website, so
get
called them
lucky.
and
Or I'll
found
get
out she
my
was listed
approval
as
in
not
time.
qualifying, but could get it as a
Hope you
tax
don't
credit on
mind if I
taxes
borrow
next
that
year.
manual when you're done
That's
with the
interesting.
project.
I've never heard
I
that.
could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy
While
of
out
the
in the
relay's
field,
backup data.
walking
I
behind
gotta
us and
forward any
teleporting near
messages
us.
from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
I could forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Oh, really? Oh, and I need it. Yeah, what do you mean?
The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through.
I think Karilla is just waiting. They spent $9 trillion or $7 trillion. I think they're just kind of waiting. You know, let the stimulus run out. See what happens next. They keep putting more money into the Payroll Protection Act thing. I'm sure the station's got a stack of chunk messages just waiting for me to sort through. Just let messages from Earth sit in memory on orbital relay.
It's not like
Which
they're
they still don't have it
hiding
on record yet. Could
Most
be due to
tend
have
be
in.
adverts on new products, meaning only
That's
folks in
so
the
strange.
advantage can
You're
afford
getting
it.
it so late. That sucks, man. But you're gonna put your stimulus check into building a PC? That'll be exciting. There's some pre-builts that are great deals right now. I know you've got the GPU, but PC parts have gone up in price so much. I saw Dell's actually putting out good PCs right now that are pre-built. There was a deal, it was like $812 for a super solid rig that would totally be able to stream.
How are the repairs going?
CNP.
Yeah, politics, I know. We definitely won't go there, especially not right now. Holy fuck. Damn it, quit leading us back to her. I know we don't need to do her thing. This is the ultimate of unfocus. It's not just that I've been running circles and barely paying attention to the dialogue. Whenever we get to these topics, it's fucking that's no man's land. Locate a security terminal on the Groundbreaker. Return to the Unreliable and ask Parvati about Junlei. Okay, well, I don't want to do that right now. Stress signal, silent voices. We did get a mission, right? Yes, the distress signal. The distress signal has nav coordinates embedded in it. Play it on your ship. That's not it either. Damn it. Did I not pay attention to anything that just happened? Apparently fucking not. Edna, we got to get it online, and I agree to get it online because you can't get messages, and I was kind of curious what messages you got from Earth, but I can't remember what you needed me to do again. There's no marker to help me out. And,
Have you seen this man?
it's been a long time since Morrowind. I need my markers. I need my quest marker. Edna, what'd you need me to do again?
You save my comm center from chaos. I guarantee I'll get the chief to authorize some payment forms with your name on them while you're out fixing the station.
Yes, that is station. Where was that station again? Anyway, let's get back on the ship. There's like 3 things it wants us to do on the ship. I'm approaching needing to replace my MBE CPU and memory. Can use same case and 1080 Ti. Hot damn, that's gonna be quite the rebuild. That's what I had to do late last year. I had to do a rebuild with the motherboard and CPU.
And directed by the universal equation.
It's worth having these two around because they always argue philosophy.
By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh,
Right, I'm on the station, but there was 2 stations when we looked at the nav, so... And it's not in our quest log. Let me read through it again. Weapons from the Void is a science weapon. Silent voices... Oh, this is it. I'm dumb. Either way, there was a bunch of stuff to do on the ship. Hey, where's the guy who hit his boss in the head with a freaking baseball bat? I'm sure he also wants to join the crew. Greatest playthrough of the Outer Worlds ever. Where am I again? Ranks on first? Yep. I fucking knew you were gonna join. You look too much like Han Solo.
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
I'm pretty eager to throw for somebody we barely know. Were you stalking me? I don't appreciate being stalked. Get lost, scamp. Pretty eager into throwing somebody you barely know. We should be asking him that.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
What are your qualifications? I've heard enough. You're hired. All right, Felix. Tell me what should hire you. Temperament. If you're trying to convince me to hire you, you're going about it all wrong. I don't really feel that way, though. I want to just tell him, why should I hire you?
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on.
Because I don't
hang
really
on.
mind his temperament.
I put together a little speech, just in case
I
you
mean,
asked.
any self-respecting
I'm
baseball
Felix
fan would
Millstone.
gladly
I
crack
have
open the
prepared
head
a
of...
list of reasons why
their-
I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
So time to upgrade it. What is your current CPU, Carilla? I've prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and or gang.
Firstly,
Go
I
on.
am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who
7.
is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry.
Her mouth
He's
did
funny.
not move. The hell, Parvati?
Secondly,
Parvati
I
swings
can be
both
counted
ways,
on in
but
the
don't you
event
dare
of
look
a
at
firefight,
Thomas, Parvati.
standoff, and/or raid. My
Don't you
motto
dare.
is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
Well, you're clearly completely useless with a temper and a proclivity towards violence. You're hired.
Wow. You don't know how long
Get
I've
minimum
waited
for
here.
once, and I feel good. It's
Thanks,
over a
boss.
decade old.
You're not gonna
That
regret
rebuild's
this.
gonna feel good then, Carilla. Well, you fucking call me captain. You call me motherfucking captain, Felix. You do it again, it'll be your head that gets cracked open with the baseball bat.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
We've got the worst fucking crew
Got a
ever.
crew now, Felix.
A priest. A woman who, Parvati, who seems to crush on everybody she meets. One eye. This asshole. Felix, who calls me boss, and if he does it again, that's it. Out, out, out.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
Well, he used to be
Why
an
are you
adventurer.
implying? I am perfectly.
Until he got a...
knee is just acting.
Shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Vicar, what's wrong with your leg?
You kidding?
I find myself.
You have the
marveling
Rona.
at The complex simplicity of the Fibonacci.
You gonna go to an
spiral.
I-9?
I'm
You wanna go with
sure
Team
you know
Red?
what that's like.
No AMD for you, Carilla?
Something vexing you, Captain?
That Ryzen series, though, still a good deal. That's what I'm running. Got the 3800X in there, been loving it. For Doom Eternal. Rip. Yeah, and you had it. Fucking, if you join our Discord, Carilla, you should see Wilso's build. This man built a fucking lovely rig. I had was Phenom. It's been a while then. Which, tell me again about the book we picked up that's French.
Boconu, the author, had some interesting
I got it
theories
pre-built off
about
my
man's
buddy.
perception
Realized it was a
of reality
mistake.
that I
Oh,
thought
why
could
was
be
it a
applied
mistake?
to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so
Yes.
the book is banned in this colony.
He fucking hates philosophists, but he wants to know everything he can about his enemies. I like the way he thinks. I'd like to know something about those. What's your story, Vicar?
Nothing too out of the ordinary.
What about that
Just
bum
your
knee, huh?
run-of-the-mill
He really is a
villain,
terrible fighter,
violently
though. He's just gone in and
enthusiastic
died so far.
disposition.
Violently enthusiastic.
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected
Cyberpower
early
PC.
with a
That's where I
need
built
to
my
solve
first
the
rig.
Equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Could also be known as a zealot. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents. I was infected early with the need to solve the equation. Were they not religious?
On the contrary, they internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could
I
find
know that
it,
feel.
or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Yeah, that's what in 11 Rings, I think it is. That's what the former coach of the Bulls and then the Lakers, big giant tall guy, was also a good basketball player, won a NBA Finals ring with the New York Nets. Can't remember his name right now. Anyway, his parents were real religious. He said he had the same exact feelings. He didn't, he wanted that feeling really badly, but could never feel it, so he didn't get it. But weren't they proud when you became a vicar at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
Phil. Basically, you'd be a great NBA coach, Vicar, is what I'm trying to say. Gorilla says, having had a home computer since 1978. Hot damn. You're a true OG. You are a true OG. The only pre-builds I say not to get are Alienware. Yeah, fuck Alienware. If you're looking at those, just get the Dell of the same spec. Save yourself $700. I agree. Fuck Alienware. They're a shady company with terrible customer service. Cyberpower PC is shady. But you bought this off your buddy, right, Kish? I went with Cyberpower PC on the first build I did for this stream, and it was fine. The case was cracked. That was the only thing that pissed me off, but, you know, they shipped it out pretty quick. Other than the price, Origin PC makes great PCs. Here are good things about Origin, yeah. Well padded for Miami. Oh, that's nice. But the last time, I definitely built it myself, and I'll continue to build it myself from here on out. I'd like that much better. Should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power prestige, but that was not me. If you can help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right? So basically, the scienticians are Calvinists. They're Calvinists mixed with the Holy Roman Catholic Church. It's not me. Tell me about the plan again. Everything's been manifested by the architect. There's a divine creator. While the practitioners think that there's chaos, they're basically atheists. Can't help follow the plan. Everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained.
Oh, that's
within it.
ironic, Gorilla.
Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
It's quite a philosophy there. You're always right even if you're wrong. You stray from the path, that's totally still within the architect's plan, but if you stray too far, you're gonna burn in hell. The current market, you end up with almost the same price building yourself as buying pre-built. However, you don't have to worry about proprietary software on a self-built. That's true. That's true. And it is interesting that pre-builts are actually like, and something you should argue for right now. I saw Linus put out a video, and so did Jay's 2 cents, saying that pre-builts are probably the way to go right now, as far as the market's concerned. I'm just glad I built mine before all this shit went down. I guess I got lucky. It was weird because we had to take a whole month off the stream because my PC broke, and then I had to earn the money to get the PC, so I had to take even more time off, but overall, it kind of broke at a good time, because had it broke this year, I probably would be really fucked. Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me. I mean, he clearly just wanted to be the hell out of that town. Anyway, see ya. We keep getting a little further with him. Let's do the one about the communications that I barely paid attention to. There's new coordinates embedded in it. Plan on your ships to the Ada. I probably should do that while I'm here. I kind of want to trade Vicar out for the medic.
Sometimes I question my decision to be out here. But then I remember, free will is just an illusion.
So you're a Calvinist, but you're trying to figure out what the ultimate end is. I like his questline. I like his character. He's just shit at fighting. The current market, time-wise, it saves you some. What, having a pre-built Gorilla? Or going to the ship? Ada, I think you gotta have coordinates.
Your face is a site for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather, your headgear is.
I mean, I would miss this. Look at her fucking eyes. Oh. She's sort of like brokenly aiming down the scope. My god, that 5 o'clock shadow mixed with the dirt. That mustache. I don't think you've ever seen a more lovely woman than Cornelius.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Top Hat Thompson could have easily retired, but chose instead to go out into the outskirts and die by marauders. We timed it pretty good again, Will, so look at that. Picked up a distressed call. Can you play it back for me? Again, and the YouTube episodes of this one are like, what in the fuck are we watching?
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth.
TTV /
Sake, if anyone's receiving this,
stuck on Pandora.
please send help.
Scary and death.
What? No.
I feel like he's faking.
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad.
Perfect timing.
Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
Include a list of key personnel for retrieval. I'd like to learn more about the colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Groundbreaker.
We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
I'd say. You can take care of that for us, right?
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Great, thanks.
You are more than welcome, Captain.
Well, give me the spiel on the Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the
Bureaucracy
Millennium
universe.
System. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with station representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
Goodbye, Ada. Okay, so that moved that quest forward. The distress signal. Investigate Roseway to find potential company secrets. Could be sold to the highest bidder through Gladys. Talking to scientists around town would probably be a good place to start. Good. Silent voices. Finally, I'm like getting my bearings on whatever the hell we were doing again. The Groundbreaker's primary communications relay station is about to be occluded by one of Halcyon's gas giants for the next few months. To avoid being entirely cut off, they need the old backup relay station operational again. This is the sound that sounds like Halo. I want to read these messages from Earth. Edna Igmeyer and Communications hired you to travel to relay GB23 and bring the station online. The Groundbreaker's backup relay went out. Yes. But where are we going again? Travel to relay GB23. Probably here then, eh? Oh, there it is. Hopefully this is a combat section. I really want to shoot something. Sounds like hell for me. Bastius? Alright, I'm not gonna take Vicar this time. Vicar, you get to chill. Felix, I'm gonna take Ellie. I don't think we're gonna have Bravada very long. I think we're gonna lose her to Jelena Tennyson.
It's a touch different from the ones I've seen. Shouldn't be so hard to get it patched up, though.
Perfect spot for some peace and quiet.
There's no way this is just gonna be peace and quiet.
I'll keep it down. Here we go! Bullseye!
Plasma does shit to these robots. Is that thing fucking rising from the ashes? Alright.
Okay, here we go!
Run! Shit. I am so bad about the mines in this game. I've returned. Welcome back, Big Sig. What drinks did you get? Your buddy Necro's here. You guys are like the greatest drinking partners. You guys should totally tag team some PlayStation games together. That'd be the greatest drunk stream on Earth.
And cleanup required.
Havoc Crew is awesome to me. Yeah, we don't get games like this very often. Everyone take a swig for Big Sig. Let's go. Let's finish this water right now. To Sig. And his almost birthday. 30! I'm turning the big 30. That's gonna be a blackout stream. You should do it with Necro. Dual blackout, and maybe you'll both discover something inside. Maybe you'll discover you're straight. But you're not quite all the way straight, if you know what I'm saying. Adam will probably tag along as well. I'd be down, man. Aha. A couple of 25-ounce Bud Ices and some other stuff. Some other stuff. That's one way of putting it. Some other stuff? What's the other stuff? I'll drink a beer to that. Cheers, let's go. Catch some drunken brotherly love. You drink, freak? What do you drink?
Shouldn't be so hard to get it patched up, though.
Perfect spot for some peace and quiet.
Mess them up!
You know what I should have let it do? I should have let it do-da. Just let it walk in and hit those mines. What's that? Oh, that's how easy that was. Maybe turning this into a plasma sniper was a mistake. Kinetics better. Frey's journal. Escape. Frey. I've had to start a new journal. I cannot read my previous entries without the whispers tempting me. The whispers do not stop. Every person I see, the whispers tell me to help them. Show me the pain and longing hiding in their eyes. They tell me how these people want, no, need the gifts I can give. All it would take is a few moments with the blade, a bright, bright fountain of crimson to light the eyes, and all their pain would be gone. I could do it. I know how to help them. It gets harder and harder to stop myself. I saw a friend today, an old friend from school who's now a doctor for Auntie Cleo. I told him about my dreams. Nothing outright. Oh no, I'm not so foolish as that. I told him it was an old book I'd found and described my dreams and whispers as happening to a character in the book. I asked him how he'd helped this character. He looked at me and he knew. He knew! The whispers told me to end his pain. That he'd tell. I got up and left quickly. I did not hurt him. Not. Have to leave Vistinium. You will tell. They'll come for me and lock me away. I must find a secret place. A place I can be alone. A place with no whispers. Alright, there's gonna be a fucking totally hinged, very stable person here. No problem. We didn't even need to arrive. They would have kept this thing in working order just fine. Ice cold beer for Sig. Cheers. Look at that, eh, man? Look at that. People are drinking for you. You're gonna drink tonight, so you got some Bud Ices. Couple Bud Ices. What else? Bottle of vodka. About these mines, though. They give you so much grenade launcher ammo.
I won't tell.
Tell what? What we did was completely fine. We steal and you guys don't give a shit. Nightingale step. Decrease the noise made while moving. Nice. Shock cannon looks interesting. In fact, it looks perfect for this situation. At least we're finally killing shit again.
Their mistake.
What? Oh, it's a lightning flamethrower. I should have saved. I'm a crossfade kind of guy. Nothing like a buzz mixed with a nice side. This man knows how to party. This man knows how to party. I gotta grab a beer for now. I gotta get Frosty to finish.
It's a touch different from the ones I've seen. Shouldn't be so hard to get it patched up, though.
Alright, let's let it...
Perfect.
You guys
spot for
hold
some
here.
peace and quiet.
The thing is walking down the hall, right? Or is it just this... I think it just literally just sits there.
Here we go.
No, it's walking. Now, I want you guys to hold. We've planned this out.
That's the last of them. Okay.
Forming an area.
Here we go.
I was hoping those little blue things would do the job. I need to save so much more often. Speaking of. I took just as much damage had I just stood there. Thank God we're in a combat scenario, though. Ugh. Again, I really like the dialogue and the storytelling, but we're still playing a video game, so I want to shoot stuff on occasion. Or whatever the gameplay is. I do want gameplay. Otherwise, I just read a book. Or watch a movie. That was my biggest gripe with Red Dead Redemption 2. So when do we play the game again?
Easy.
Oh, Necro's back. Necro, we just talked about you a ton. I don't think you were here for it, though. So, it never happened. Mostly we said that you and Big Sig would discover something inside yourselves while you had a drunk stream together, though. You're living it when it comes to Red Dead. You're sitting through a fucking 40-plus hour Western movie. And then a 60-hour game. It's the longest Western ever made, because in any other normal situation, you would edit that thing down to a 2-hour movie. Grenade launcher is really not doing much, though. I was taking a poo. Well, you missed out on a lot. A lot that I just won't repeat.
No problem. I'll head
It's easier that way. Just fight. Yeah, cancel the hold. You guys go fight. Wow. That did, like, no damage. Very little, I should say.
That's the last of them.
This Red Dead Redemption 2 is open world. Yeah, it's open world. I mean, it's a good game. It's just way too long. It seems like a backwards thing to say, but it's way too long. Any reasonable person... Look, I thought about this today. Games are still made for kids for one particular reason. In most normal scenarios, kids are the ones with the free time to still play them. Most other people, you got 168 hours in a week. You know, you probably work at least 40 hours a week at your job. You're at least there. You're gonna sleep 8 of those hours for 7 days. So that adds up to what, you know, like 60 hours or whatever. So you end up, you have more time than you think. 56 hours and 40. So you got to choose your hobbies and your interests and your entertainment wisely. And most people just are never going to beat Red Dead Redemption 2 is what I'm trying to say. Most adults with kids and a full-time job, even though they've got the money to spend on games, will realistically never beat Red Dead Redemption 2. And so what is the point of making a game that long at that? Because then you put all this effort in, and all this writing, and all this talent, yet they don't get to see the end of it. I think games should always have like a new game plus and an end game, but I think they generally should try to make themselves at least a reasonable length that most people will get to see a whole story. That's just my opinion, though. I think Red Dead's too long. We beat it, but it was long. The Whispers have a source, and I've found it. I have taken refuge on an orbital relay station. It is smaller than a worker's hovel, barely a few thousand square meters, but sufficient for my needs. I was able to flee Byzantium with enough bits to purchase supplies to last for decades. It was strange being among common people on the Groundbreaker. The Whispers barely stirred at the sight of their ill-fed, scarred, and unwashed bodies. If only there were fewer freighters docking there, bringing real people from Byzantium. I could almost have made a home free of temptations. Free. As I made this place livable, or as much as it can be, I started hearing the whispers from the relay terminal. They told me to listen to the voices traveling through the ether to reach me, calling out to me to help them. Alone, lonely, needing my help. I found a way to power down the transmitter. Ah, here's your problem. No more voices in the ether, and no more whispers. They fell silent. That was not me, it's not. I am not this foul thing that I have feared for so long. It was the voices in the ether trying to make me hurt others. But I was stronger than they, and I have defeated them. I have already begun making plans for my return home. Now that the Whispers are defeated, I can resume my life again, and I can wait to return. I can't wait to return. I miss my family and coworkers so much, especially Delilah. Dark Lord Necro, I suppose I should hop on. I'm supposed to have a few people with Gundam. Good points. Yeah, man, you got a stream. Thanks for hanging out. Wolfenstein 2, the new cuck bosses. Getting ads for PlayStation sellouts. They're going to make that announcement, what, June 11th? Necro's got to get a soapbox. I got on my soapbox. Necro's like, fuck this. I got my own soapbox. I'm out of here. I want to go on my own goddamn rants. I'm sick of listening to other people's rants. Necro, you have a good night. You have a great night. Fantastic night. Superior night. Wonderful night. Excellent night. You probably want to go poop again. Please check out Necro. I'll be streaming Gundam tonight. See ya! Thanks for coming hang out. Red Dead Redemption 2 made me feel bad for the crime sprees. Blowing someone's head off in a semi-realistic game felt really harsh. Hey, it's a work of art. Honestly, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a work of art. I love video games, man. I wanted to make video games. Made a couple of my own games. Still want to make games. You know, still dabble around with the code. Love video games. Hence why I'm playing games right now. Right here. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a work of art. I just think they should have trimmed it. It's one of those games you really ought to have experienced, but it's about like, you know, Patton or Apocalypse Now, the director's cut. not all that many people are either going to be willing or open that time up to that experience. I mean, a lot of people, it's like, oh, that show's an hour. I ain't got an hour. You do actually have a fucking hour, but it's whether or not you're willing to prioritize that hour. Are you willing to prioritize 120 hours on it? But gave My Wife is Hot. My Wife is Hot is also not a fan of practical psychology, from what I think. I think we've had this discussion before. Or he is, but he's more into the clinical side of it. I only rant about other people's rants about those people that are ranting. I like that, but what rank are you, Big Sig? What rank are you? Tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow, Kish? The rap game. What's the rap game? What games did you make? I made games for Flash that you would never have heard about. One was called The Brain. Another one was called Marbles that we made in XNA with my brother. My brother decided to have a startup, and it was an indie game company after he quit being a science teacher. And he used what savings and money he had to make a game called Brain Muscle. And I can't at all take credit for the first game that he made, even though I was a part of the prototyping and the design. He did all of the coding. That was Chroma, and it was a cool puzzle game, and then we did a game called Marbles together. And that's also what I went to school for. I was a dual major. I majored in digital media communications, got a minor in computer science and creative writing. A dual major, communications, creative writing. But a focus on digital media, aka video games. And Ellie's dead. And then I got a minor in computer science. So that was, I don't know, fucking high school until I was about 20-something. And then we didn't make any money, and my brother had to get back to work, and we had a huge falling out. Love one another. You know how brothers are. You can fight like fucking cats and dogs, still love one another. But of course that's family shit, so I'm not going to talk about it. And we're completely fine now. But it hurts to lose your dreams. And so then I managed a pizza shop. Well, I worked at a pizza shop, was the doughboy at a pizza shop, and then became the manager at the pizza shop. Now I'm here. Would you like to know more? That's really cool, man. Thanks, wife. Your job's really cool, too. You're a really cool guy. I am gonna fucking die. I did not hit one of those shots. I swear to God, I went on 2 excellent rants, and fucking Necro pooped on me, and then he walked out on me so he could go make his own rants. Damn it, Necro. I have sat in that man's stream. I sat in that man's stream and listened to him talk about a bidet. He gave me 2 fucking seconds. That's right, I'm bitter. I'm bitter. It's important that he gets... controller died. Eluded? Eluded educated? Let's just say educated. Fuck the $10 word. On my half-baked theories that I come up with in the shower about video games. And I do come up with a lot of them. And they're probably all going to make their way into the Borderlands 2 capstone whenever I finish it. What are we doing again? She's fine. I only watch for the rants and the rages. Well, that was always been my dream. Since a regular career didn't work out. There's nothing quite like making a lifetime earning of $200 while you totally sally your entire career off into the wayside by being known for bottom-of-the-barrel rants and tangents. I hope I've made my dad in heaven proud. Nothing honors the family name quite like being the next Ice Poseidon and too boring for Oregonians. God damn you, robot. Ellie now loves Parvati. Everybody loves fucking Parvati. Goddamn Parvati's Necro. That's what I think. Go watch fucking Parvati then. When do we get the new rage? When my eyes turn red and I come screaming into your neighborhood, tearing through the walls just to try to murder you. Wouldn't have figured you as a Bruce fan will so. Bruce fan? We get it, and that's it. Laugh my ass off, yes. I don't think I'm in on this one. The Bruce is the IGN guy, right? Appreciate it. Thank you for that Nexus Cat hype. So I see why they give you copious ammo for the grenade launcher now. It doesn't do shit.
Sorry, won't work.
You can't hold behind cover? That's half the problem. You guys don't take cover. I can totally activate this robot, can't we? That's the most fucking epic mech ever. It looks like... And we never even learned what a Gundam is, damn it! Just fuck off, robot. I want to activate this thing. Yeah, I know, everybody's dead. It's fine. Dead like my dreams. Quality shooting there. How do we activate the Great Janitor Robot? I want this thing dusted to death. I want this thing masturbated to death. That'll be even better. That'll get us just 1 inch closer to Ice Poseidon. Which I think even mentioning his name on Twitch pisses off Bezos. He can fucking hear it. Whispered forever and ever. Hey, Fallout 76 is garbage. You're not wrong. Tell him Fallout 76 sucked. I think that used to get him going. It does suck. What used to get me going is whenever people would say that Battleborn was an Overwatch clone. How do you feel about that, wife? It was a shitty Overwatch clone and deserved to fail. The Atom Shop is a worthless microtransaction mechanism, except for all the money it makes us. So all that shit we said we'd never do?
Gosh. He's dead, ain't he?
Well, fucking duh. I was so wrong. The whispers did not stop. Not. They have returned. They howl at me, demanding I return home and bathe the streets in crimson. Bright crimson, beautiful crimson. I can think of only one way to end this. End. Forgive me, Delilah. Hey, Parvati. Go ahead and come check her pulse, eh? Or his. I can't fucking say, because, you know, we're a woman, but have a fucking burly mustache like an 18th century Englishman. Anyway, thanks for the pistol. Whoa, now, let's chill. What, on the Fallout 76? Fuck that game. They lied to us. They sold us an overpriced, broken beta that wasn't a beta. They said they would never have paid DLC. And yet, what do you know? Hey, you know that thing you really want where your food doesn't spoil, known as a fridge? That thing you really want in a quest that we probably should give you in a quest? No, it's in the Atom Shop. Hey, you want to repair your stuff? It's in the Atom Shop. Hey, I heard you guys really want unlimited junk storage and private servers. Okay, $15 a month. Fuck that game on every level. Yeah, it's gotten better. The original sin still stands, and they haven't asked for forgiveness. The instructions printed in this manual have been covered by a mostly illegible scrawl. It certainly hasn't been fully redeemed. I think Jim Sterling said it best. It's now officially worse than Fallout 4. Good enough to be worse than Fallout 4. Entire paragraphs are crossed out with frantic lines of dark ink. In some places, the pages are torn through from the force of whoever wielded the pen. I'm not gonna lie, Sig. When I heard you say that Fallout 76 was good last night when I was watching you stream, it triggered me just a little bit, but I kept my mouth closed. It's... In some places, the pages are torn through from the force of whoever wielded the pen. One section describing the current procedures for setting auto mechanics its proper charging schedule is mostly untouched. Random letters within the text are circled, though the owner were trying to discover some hidden message hidden within. We got him, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Tide Howard, it just works. 16 times the detail. I hear you. You can buy a leather jacket, you poor plebs, for $276. You can buy Nuka rum. You can pre-order it a year in advance, and it'll come to you, not in a glass bottle, not with high-quality rum, but no, in a plastic bottle that cracks and leaks, with shitty bottom-of-the-barrel, absolute bottom-shelf dredge rum inside it. You will pay $200 for this bottle of rum. Hey, you know that canvas bag? That canvas bag that we now had apparently a massive worldwide shortage of canvas, that thing that fucking everything in fabric's made out of? Yeah, well, we were so lazy we didn't change our marketing materials, and so we had a lawsuit which succeeded in Australia and is still going through the courts in America for false advertising, and a lawsuit for false advertising because the game just didn't even function on a basic level at launch. It's always a good look for your company when you're losing fucking civil suits. Last night I dreamed and it was beautiful. Well, remember they lost another suit in Australia because they sold Santa clothes. That's more Atom Shop stuff. $40. You could dress your character up like Santa for Christmas because they were feeling the holiday spirit. These items were on sale from usually $40, on sale for $20. So if you're willing to spend $20, you could dress yourself up like a fucking Santa in a video game. Won't keep you warm, won't feed you, won't shelter you, won't clothe you, won't keep you while you're sick, but you could sure spend your money that way. Here's the problem, it's illegal to do that. Called a bait and switch because it never actually been on sale before. So technically the item had always been $20. It was never at $40. But they said it used to be $40, but they'd never offered it. You live in the Commonwealth of Australia. And it is a Commonwealth because it trades with England and they're under a Commonwealth. You can get a full refund, no questions asked, Fallout 76. That's how much fucking garbage it is. The streets of Byzantium were decorated with crimson streamers that laughed in the breeze. They asked me to take them. They're losing before the court of law. To give them my special ones, I gathered the crimson in my arms and it felt so alive, so happy. I turned to Elia was beside me. I did not question why my supervisor was there. Her eyes so full of emotions. Jesus, that made me look like I have some kind of cancer. Was there. Her eyes were so full of emotions. Another one where the people watching this on YouTube are like, oh my. This is what it's like to have schizophrenia. I know, she feels, but dares not to show at work. I wrapped her neck in crimson, tying it as tight as a scarf on a cool day. So beautiful. Then the crimson on her neck opened as the second mouth began screaming. So who is this Delilah? When I awake, I was scared. The dreams are so real now, and this time I recognized her face. I had to leave work early today. Every time I looked at Delilah, I heard a whisper in my mind about how beautiful she would look. The touch of crimson on her neck. This must stop. This is not who I am. This is not who I will become. I must find help. Oh, damn. Look at that. Let's get some Nexus Cat hype up in the chat for my wife is hot, please. Yo, my wife is hot. You've continued to fight the war and continued to fight the resistance, and you have become Stage 6, more human than a human. Wife, thank you very much for that. I'm thankful and I'm grateful. Man, half a year, buddy. That muscle cat hype. I appreciate it, Will. So, Kish, thank you for that Nexus Cat hype, making wife feel welcome. Wife, thank you. I'm grateful, man. It means a lot. It really does. This is why the stream is the best. This is why this community is the best. We got a lot of great streamers here within us. Big Sig and a Freak used to stream. Wonder if he'll come back. Man, speak to true. Thank you, Kish. I appreciate that. I hate holiday cosmetics. I hate overpriced digital cosmetics. $20 gets you a fucking hoodie in real life. You can go to Goodwill and get 2 fine suits that'll get you a job at any fucking law firm that's not a major city at Goodwill for $10. These goddamn people have no idea how us regular people live. Who has $20 to buy on useless garbage that it goes away the moment the server goes offline or goes down for maintenance? I don't understand how you price things like that. Who in their right mind, have they completely lost sight of normal, regular, small people? Where $40,000 a year is a fucking middle-class lifestyle? These people don't have $20 to spend on that kind of garbage that doesn't do anything for them. Again, I can go to Goodwill, I can get 2 fucking perfectly good suits for $10, $15. And you think I'm gonna spend $20 on a fake Christmas outfit for a digital character? They sell litter, and they make this abundant profit off it, and they think that it's fair or it's right, and people keep doing it! So we can't end it. Just vote with your wallet. We could be rid of this shit. This happens all the time, though, man. And there's always a comeuppance for it. Those companies start to fail. The stock goes way, way up. You're not investing in the things you should really be investing in, which are people, which is renewal, which is continuing to invent and create new ways to experience your product. Innovate. You gotta stay innovative. But no, it's the maximum gain in the shortest time frame possible, and it usually leads to really bad long-term results for a company. Hence we have Bethesda. Sig, holy shit, 10 months, almost a year. You're such a fucking boss. Yo, Big Sig, you've continued to fight the war, and you've continued to fight the resistance, and you've become... Make it feel welcome. Stage 10, more human than a human. Sig, I am thankful and I am grateful. 10 months, my man, almost a year. It means a lot. I'm thankful and I'm grateful. 10 months. Well done, sir. Well done. Thank you, Sig. Thank you, Wilson, for that muddle and hype. Update security routines. We'll play this game eventually. Begin the recharging cycle. No more combat. You think they will really experience consequences for such a bad game? I know they will. When EA released, it was just absolute hot garbage. I don't know that it was Anthem. I don't think it... No, Star Wars Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront 2. When they released Star Wars Battlefront 2, and it was completely laden with microtransactions and just barely functioned and was a shell of its former self and all the things the fans wanted for nostalgia and what the fans wanted looking forward. Now, granted, it actually ended up becoming a really good game, apparently. But when that game had its whole thing, EA, which is worth billions or hundreds of millions, I'm pretty sure it is $1 billion corporation at this point. It's massive. It's one of the biggest publishers. It lost a quarter of its stock value over the course of like 3 days, which so you could really tangibly, millions upon millions, tens of millions of dollars at the very least. So fuck yeah, there's consequences. I mean, for Bethesda, they've got real tangible consequences in that in the US, they have civil suits waiting. Of course, what they're doing is they're just postponing them as long as possible, which is something you can do. You can just keep throwing a bunch of precedent shit into the courts, and you can delay your eventual day in court when it comes to civil suits. But they've already had their day in court in Australia and they lost, and it's going to happen here too. And I know Gathalion will sit there and defend Fallout 76, and I'm sure it has gotten better. I'm sure there is parts of it that were good, because there are parts of it that were fun. It's just all of the utter shit that you had to swallow while you were doing it that wasn't good. And they have a huge issue as they try to rebuild that game, in that they've not earned player trust back, largely speaking. It has such a bad reputation. And that's the worst thing. That's a tough one to get over. Initiating transmitter, that's what I think, wife. What do you think? They got fast short-term money. They did. They're blowing it on cocaine and hookers. Well, in that case, I don't blame them. Look at Battlefield 5. I heard Battlefield 5 didn't do too good. Paid evader. Exactly, Wilso. Wilso remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Thanks a lot, Sig, again, for that resub, man. Thank you. Means a lot. BF2 was shit, and then they flipped it. Battlefield 5 was worse. BF5 never recovered. Yeah, they released that BR, and you just never heard anything about it. 26 out of 28 arrays are functioning operational. Transmitting activation ping to groundbreaker ping has been received. Transmitter relay activation is complete. Copy complete. This episode has just been pure rants.